Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kenny. If you guys hadn't noticed already, on Wednesdays I've been trying to make sure that I have videos that are more on the basis of me just kind of opening up, being raw. And so today I just kind of wanted to talk about a few things that have just kind of positioned me to where I am today. So I hope that you guys like this video and stay tuned. Okay, hey guys, so just kind of wanted to talk. I was going to make a completely different video. I wanted to kind of talk about just wanted to do a Q&A, and I didn't really get that much feedback, so I'm gonna just hold off on that until I get enough feedback that I need. And then I thought about doing another video, and then I realized it just wasn't going to be authentic, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just come here and talk to you guys about just what's on my mind. So today so I am having personally, I'm just having a hard time just kind of figuring out where I am in life. I just got off the phone with my mom, and she was just telling me that, you know, God may be kind of opening my eyes up to different things. Long story short, I have a really weird, weird relationship when it comes to success and not wanting to fail. I graduated in 2014 from college, and unfortunately I never found a job. It was very, very frustrating because it's just like, man, I thought I did everything that I was supposed to do. I'm living the American dream, you know, and it just kind of didn't turn out to that. I decided not to freelance because I am a graphic designer, and that probably wasn't a good idea, but I was just ego stricken. I didn't want to, or I didn't feel like I needed to freelance if I had a degree. So now I'm in the place of just, you know, just kind of understanding that, you know, things are meant to be, but you still kind of have to figure them out yourself. So I don't know if I already mentioned, but I've always been afraid of failure. The first time that I felt like I've ever faced failure is when I graduated college and didn't have a job. Before I left Dallas, I had a few jobs lined up, or a few job opportunities lined up, that I didn't really mention to most people because I knew that I was going to be moving. Then to move out here to Huntsville, and my life felt like it was being put on a stop. It was just really, it's just frustrating. Especially because from the outside looking in, people see that I have a husband, people see that we're doing great, people see that as success. Oh, you married well, you did all this stuff. But to me, that's not enough for me. So I've just, over the past few years, I've just been kind of struggling, trying to figure out what I want to be, where I need to be. But at the same time, I've been kind of scared to take a leap of faith because I just didn't want to fail again. Like, when I tell you guys, like, I was in a depressive state, and now that I look back, I can see that was for going on 4 years. Probably 2018 is when I like pulled myself out of that. 2018, 2019, and it was just tough. I was just, you know, trying to kind of mold my way through life, and being in a place where you don't really have family, you don't have many friends, you don't have the career that you want, it's just hard. It's just very hard. And then not being able to kind of explain to people how you feel is hard. And so sometimes when I would explain myself, I would come off as complaining, or I would just, you know, I would just come off as unappreciative. And, you know, I'm just so happy. Like, I'm very thankful for my husband because he is the reason why I'm here today on YouTube. He's the reason that's pushed me, and he's always seen, you know, the future for me, but it's always hard for me to kind of see it for myself. And now I'm just kind of in the point where I'm like, okay, you know what, Kenyana, you just need to take that next step of faith because you're just not happy where you're at. I will say, like, being an essential worker, I am very blessed to be able to be an essential worker, but it's just really putting things in perspective because I didn't necessarily know I was an essential worker because before I was categorized as that. So I've just realized that I don't necessarily want to be put in this situation again if another pandemic happens. I don't want to have to, like, if I want to get up and leave and go visit my mom for a month, I want to be able to do that. And so I think the next step in life is possibly to start freelancing, you know, trying to do this YouTube stuff, just kind of trying to grasp my mindset. And so for you, like, have y'all ever went through something and just you know the next thing you need to do, but you don't know how to do it? That's where I'm at right now. I just don't know how to get to the next step. And my mom, like, both my parents are like super successful. They both were sergeant majors in the Army. My dad is like some big deal at some bank in Miami. His wife is amazing. Like, my mom is amazing. She has her own company. Like, she's doing great. You know, of course they have their own failures, but now as an adult, they're showing me like, hey, I kind of stumbled along the way. But as a kid, I always saw them as success. So now I'm trying to realize that, okay, there are a few failures that come with success. And so, you know, I just, like, today I left work. I got somebody to come in for me because I just needed a mental day. I'm just like, when I tell you guys I'm like overwhelmed with stress, I am. And so I've looked into possibly maybe going to counseling, just talking to somebody, because it's not that I want to get the stigma of, you know, going to a counselor is negative. No, it's not. Or it doesn't mean that you're crazy, because I hate that word. It's sometimes you just need an outside source to help you talk through things, and that's where I'm at, because I feel like I'm just babbling. Like I'm in the point in life where I need affirmations. I always need a pat on the back, you know. And I'm trying to get to the point to where I don't need that. You know, with the YouTube, I'm not growing as fast as I want to. And of course, you guys may think that I am, but I just want to, I don't know, I'm always trying to move fast. I'm always trying to, you know, get to the next step, do the best, do all this. And so I'm trying to slow things down, but then at the same time be able to balance my other life happenings with what I'm doing now. And so if you saw my last week's video, I was telling you guys with my anxiety, I put a lot of stuff on my plate so I don't have to deal with it. And this weekend I realized there's been a few things happening personally that has made me realize piling stuff on your plate is not healthy. Because once it gets too much, you can't do any of it. And that's how I was. Like today I came in and I just went to sleep because I was just tired. You know, sometimes I just want to come home and cry, and sometimes I just want to come home and laugh. And sometimes, like this corona we have, this entire situation is just stressful. And so now I was just talking to my mom, and she was just like, you know what, Kenyana, you have to grasp the concept. She's like, you tell people this all the time. You have to grasp the concept of what do you want. And you know, and before, I think because since I felt like I failed with being successful coming out of college, I never thought that I could actually have what I wanted. And now looking back, or now like looking forward, I see it. I see that I would love to be my own entrepreneur, work for myself, be able to have my own brand. And so now I think I'm wanting to start doing graphic design again. And instead of, like I mentioned in my my intentions video, instead of doing too much, the reason why I kind of stopped wanting to do graphic design is because people wanted me to do it all. And I don't do it all. I do print work, I do branding, I do marketing, I do all that type of stuff. Websites and stuff like that, I don't do none of that because I don't like it. So now I'm just going to, when I do open up myself and connect with people, I'm gonna just let them know what I can do and not try to put too much on my plate. And you know, talk. I just feel like now I'm at the point to where I'm like, okay, you have to figure out, you have everything in life that you possibly want to have. Now you have to figure out how to be happy. You know, you have to figure out what is going to allow me to be happy and content. I thought maybe getting a certain job was going to do that. I was talking to my coworker and I was saying, I now struggle with the fact of what does success look like. Now I do a lot of self-reflecting, And the reason why I want to start going to a therapist is because sometimes you can only talk to yourself so much, you know. And I do a lot, like I was mentioning, I do a lot of self-reflecting, and I realize that, you know, I'm always looking for the next step, and that's not healthy because it's always causing me to go, and sometimes I just need the rest. And that's how I feel now. I just feel like I'm just being pulled in so many, like from work, I'm working the hardest that I can, and I can't turn that off. With YouTube, I'm doing the best that I can, and I can't turn that off. Instagram, I'm trying to do stuff. Facebook, I'm trying to do stuff, but then I'm dropping a few pieces. Like I'm maybe not doing something at home with my relationship. I'm maybe not rubbing my dogs enough. I'm maybe not taking care of myself personally. You see what I'm saying? So now, I guess to sum this video up, now I'm understanding that yes, sometimes, you know, you may fail and things may not go the way that you want, but what failure is just it's just the next step for you. And I just wish it wouldn't have taken me it's 6 years now. I wish it wouldn't have taken me 6 years to figure that out. And I just hope that you guys, if you are going with something, say if you're coming out of college and you've been you're coming out of college, you're getting out of a relationship, you're going into a relationship, you're doing something, you're doing a big life event, and now you just feel stuck. Come talk to me. Like, I promise you, I can help you kind of get through this. And even if you don't want to talk, I'll let you know that this is just gonna pass. This too shall pass. My mother-in-law has always told me that. My mom has told me that. My grandmother has told me that, and I believe it. It's just sometimes you can hear things and it just sits there. It comes to your ears and it doesn't penetrate. And so now I'm trying to believe it because I need it. You know, when it comes to finances, we've done so well as with the age that we are. We've just been trying to be so successful to a certain extent. And it's great, but if you're not happy on the inside, it's just, what is it worth it? So now that is what I am working on for the next few weeks, is finding my why, finding out who I need to be. And so I'm just hoping that you guys are just gonna keep rocking with me. And I hope that, I know this video is kind of all over the place and it may not make sense to some, but I know it makes sense to somebody. And I just want you guys to know that, you know, wherever you are, I know you feel stuck, but eventually you'll figure it out. But just don't let it take you 6 years to figure it out. And even if it does, that's okay. It's just, there's just so many things that I wish that I just wish I had the perspective that I do now back then, you know. But other than that, I'm just so appreciative that you guys are coming back every Wednesday talking to me. I know I've been trying to kind of segment my videos. Like I mentioned before, if you like skincare, watch my videos on Monday. If you like just talking and you just want to hear somebody kind of decompress, Wednesday is going to be your video. Saturday is going to be cooking, lifestyle, any type of thing, makeup. I have no clue. It's just going to be it's probably going to be my best video of the week. It's going to be on Saturday. So you guys pick a video, see what you like, and if Wednesdays don't work for you, y'all tell me what day of the week works for these type of videos. Leave it down below. If you have been through a rough time and you've caught yourself getting out of it, let me know that too. I love hearing success stories, and you know, I am a success story because I've came a very long way. But I do like to let people know that yeah, things may be great, but sometimes you kind of get stuck in the mud. And I'm just appreciative of my mom, my parents, my family, just being able to let me just kind of unload on them. But anyways, you guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Share it with your friends, especially if you have friends that like videos like this. But other than that, I'm so glad you guys came, and I'm out.